I'm going to show you how to set up the function switches to work with KyberPad, so you can press a button and have an action happen. Basically, these function switches will be replacing the output of the KyberPad momentarily. So the first thing you want to do is go into your model and hit Edit Model. Then scroll down to Function Switches and set it to Momentary. You can see there's a bunch of different options, but momentary is what we want because we just want a momentary button press. So that works there. So that way, when you press a button, it will momentarily trigger. And the next thing you want to do is go in and figure out what functions you want to trigger. In my case, I'm going to do panel walk, disco, samurai tip hat, curious dog, and breathe. Well, that says breath. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's spelled wrong. Anyway, so I have the latest version here. If you don't, you'll have to scroll through in the next page and figure out what values. But you can see if I press this button, it comes up to minus 38%, minus 50%, 0. And those will be the values we use in this function here. We're going to create a variable function that changes based on the active condition. So we go in here, you'll add, you hit the plus key and add, but here I can just edit. So I named it function button, and I went through and to add a new function, you go add new value, then you press the button you want to create the function, and then you set it to the percentage that you had here. In this case, it's going to be minus, or it's actually going to be 49%. So set it to the right value. And then when you press that button, it will trigger the KyberPad. There we go. And if you get one you don't want, you can just hit this little backspace here and it'll delete it. So I've got the back buttons SI down and SJ down. These are the ones in the back of the transmitter. I was playing around with using those. I haven't figured out exactly how to do that yet. I might have to create another mix. But either way, once all those buttons are set up, then you want to go to the mixes section and create mixes that will become active momentarily. So you can see I've got my KyberPad main, which is always active, but when I select one of these other features, like here's FSS1, you can see it becomes active momentarily when I'm pressing the button and triggers the sequence. So the way that works is just go in here and edit it. And I just named it active condition FS1. The source is my function button vars that I had just made. Operation replace, channel count 1, don't need to reverse it, and the output is channel 7 in my case, which is the Kyber. And you can see when I press and hold the button, it goes to that 49% and triggers this sequence that I wanted it to. And you just go through and build one of those mixes that's momentarily active for each of the buttons that you want to press. And that's pretty much it. It's a little bit convoluted, but it's not hard to do if you follow the steps. Just a quick recap. Go into the Edit Model. Set your function switches to momentary, and then you want to map your button output using the vars feature, which is in page 2. Just set up one of those for each function switch, and then you create a mix that calls that momentarily to trigger the button. All right, if you have any questions, you can contact me on Facebook or leave a comment below.